Mentioned those Republican internal battles are heating up, including one of the favorites of the Tea Party, Senator Rand Paul, and the New Jersey Governor, Chris Christie. And Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky is joining us right now. He's a member of the Foreign Relations Committee, Homeland Security Committee, Government Affairs. He's got a busy job up there on Capitol Hill. Senator, looks like the war of words between you and Governor Christie heating up once again today. I want you to listen to what the New Jersey governor said about you today.
So if Senator Paul wants to start looking at where he's going to cut spending to afford defense, maybe he should start looking at cutting the pork barrel spending that he brings home to Kentucky at $1.51 for every dollar, and not look at New Jersey where we get 61 cents for every dollar. So maybe Senator Paul could deal with that when he's trying to deal with the reduction of spending on the federal side. But I doubt he would. Because most Washington politicians only care about bringing home the bacon so that they can get reelected.
All right, so you're going to take his advice, Senator?
This is the king of bacon talking about bacon. You know, we have 2 military bases in Kentucky, and is Governor Christie recommending that we shut down our military bases? He wants to be this great champion of national defense. What does he want to do, shut down military bases in Kentucky? No, what this debate really is about is that in order to have enough money for national defense, which I think is a priority for the government, you have to be willing to cut spending in other places. And Governor Christie and others have been part of this gimme, gimme, gimme. Give me all this money. And the thing is that we could have done the relief for Sandy in a responsible way. I propose that we do it year by year, $9 billion in the first year, and I would have offset that with spending cuts in foreign aid. I think we can take care of our country after national disaster, but only if we're not sending billions to Egypt and Pakistan. So really the question is, where's the money going to come from that the governor wants? Gimme, gimme, gimme all this federal money, but where's it going to come from if he's not willing to cut anywhere? I am willing to cut. So for him to accuse me of pork barrel spending, I'm probably the most fiscally conservative member of Congress. I have a budget that balances in 5 years, and I actually am able to provide some money back for the military and avoid the sequester because I eliminate several departments of government. He's making a big mistake picking a fight with other Republicans because the Republican Party is shrinking in New England and in the northeast part of our country. I'm the one trying to grow the party by talking about libertarian ideas of privacy and the internet. And attacking me isn't helping the party, he's hurting the party. He's
obviously angry at you for twice voting against the supplemental assistance package to New Jersey residents as a result of the Sandy superstorm, as you will, even though you would support federal assistance to Kentucky residents who suffer from a tornado or from a flood, for example.
Well, where he's mistaken is that I did vote for Sandy assistance. I voted to make it year by year. I had my own amendment, in fact, to Sandy, which would have given it year by year, which would have had adequate oversight, which would have eliminated, fisheries in Alaska and all the other pork barrel stuff they stuck on the bill.
Are you willing to take the same position, Senator, when it comes to emergency assistance to residents of Kentucky?
Absolutely. If we have a disaster in Kentucky, I'll vote for the aid, but I will vote to offset the aid with spending cuts from other part of the budget.
He went after you the other day earlier by suggesting that you were only interested in what he called these esoteric debates. I guess here's the question: Are we on the eve of a Republican contest right now for the presidential nomination? Let's say between you and Christie.
Who knows? What I would say is that I want to grow the party bigger. And so I don't think the Bill of Rights is esoteric. I don't think the Fourth Amendment is esoteric. And I think the idea that we should have a right to privacy is not esoteric to a lot of people in our country. Ask any people who have cell phones whether they want the government to willy-nilly be going through all of their records without a warrant. I think most Americans would say, hey, I'm okay with spying on terrorists, but I'm not so excited about him spying on Americans. So I think he's on the wrong side of history here, and I think they're getting desperate because actually our movement within the Republican Party is growing, and the old stale, moss-covered, let's go bomb everybody into oblivion, that kind of attitude in the Republican Party, I think, is actually shrinking.
Well, Peter King, the congressman from New York, who's also thinking of running for the Republican presidential nomination, he goes after you on many of the national security and international issues, and he said this. I'm going to play the clip, and then you can respond.
That the party will go in the right direction, the country will go in the right direction, and we can have a healthy debate with two legitimate candidates, not fringes like Rand Paul in 2016.
Fringes, that's what he's calling it.
What I would say is, you know, it's a similar wing of the party, if not the same of the wing of the party. It's the tax and spend liberal wing of the Republican Party. They're all for blowing up stuff. They're all for getting involved in wars, but they're not too concerned with fiscal responsibility and balanced budgets. There's nobody up here who's more fiscally conservative or who's produced more balanced budgets than I have. And I also, in doing so, have set out that national defense is the #1 priority of our country. It is constitutional, and I've said absolutely, without question, I'll do everything within my power to save money in other parts of the budget in order to have a strong national defense.